This is Brimstone Burner, and in this video we are going to look at the continuation of our previous video about the tournament that I joined. It's it's a single elimination tournament held by a trainer called Geek, and this is, I think, the last three opponents that I had to face in order to finish competing the tournament. So let's see how I fared against them. So this first trainer that I battled against in this video is Jokebed 1993. I don't know if I said it right. I apologize if I did. And she is the wife of Joker Geek. So let's get into the battles immediately, so you can just look at it. So first off, we have this Karmory against the Scissor. Kind of a good lead, I guess, on my part, because the bug type attacks will be resisted like that, and the only thing that's gonna deal decent damage, I believe, is Night Slash. But her X Scissor isn't really running Night Slash as of the moment. So I throw out the Sky Attack and it almost takes down the Scizor, and out comes the Darmanitan, and I throw out my Sky Attack. Do I switch here, or I just stay so that they can farm me down? Yeah, so that I can maintain switch advantage, and I also have the shield advantage. Wanted to chip out as much damage as I can because I have two grass types in the back, which can be easily farmed down by the Darmanitan. So let's see how I do. Throw out the Leaf Blade here with the Shiftry, and boom, get the last shield. She switches to a Lapras, and I throw out my Leaf Blade. And I think I switch here because I don't want to get farmed down. So I over farm here a lot in preparation for the Darmanitan, and I had to shield because I thought it was an Ice Beam. It was just 5 Ice Shards. So it was just a Surf, and they go over a back-to-back Surf. Boom. And just one more Vine Whip to get to an Earthquake, and that will be the closer to this game. We proceed now to the next battle. So it's an Azumarill against her Sceptile, and I immediately save swap to my Vigoroth. Goes out. The Leaf Blade takes out almost 50%, more than 50%, but her Skarmory is running a Steel Wing, and the counters and the body slams are gonna add up, as we can see here. Oop. And she's ahead of energy, but I think I head back to Azumarill here after waiting out for the switch timer. No, I go directly to the Alolan Marowak. I think it's, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So I shield up the Sky Attack and try to farm down, but they get to another Sky Attack, so I just let it go through. I thought I could farm down, so I just go and commit to the farm down. And Azumarill in the back. Got my own Shadow Ball. And we get a shield, we get the last shield. I'm not switching because if I switch, and then they can just go into the Sceptile and keep the Azumarill as healthy as it already is. So I have no choice but to face the Azumarill with my own Azumarill. I still have a shield. I believe they swap here. No. So another Ice Beam is coming. It takes 5 bubbles to get to a Ice Beam. Oh, that was a Play Rough, so they had residual energy. My bad. I'm counting so bad right now. So I throw out my own Play Rough, overfarm just 1 bubble, and I guess I could get to a Play Rough, but their Leaf Blade is going through, but I have a shield, so I shield it up. I can throw the Play Rough, and it is gonna deal a lot of damage because Sceptile is so glassy. Boom! Takes out the Sceptile, and I get to bubble down their Azumarill. Ice Beam and Play Rough are not gonna take me out from this range. Now it is. That's gonna be a good game, and on to the third battle. My Galvantula lead against her Haunter, so I immediately switch out to my Vigoroth after farming enough for one charge move because I knew that it would be resisted. So now we get to the Lapras. I want to preserve some HP on my Vigoroth, so I shield it up and try to farm down, get to the double body slams. Get one shield there and farm a bit more. Throw out another body slam. Do we get a shield? Yeah, we get both shields. Something tells me that whatever is in the back line is weak against Vigoroth, or maybe they just wanted to preserve some HP on their Lapras. So I'm gonna let this Surf go through and let Vigoroth go. And I think I go back to my Galvantula to farm even more energy. Yep. So now that they're without shields, I can safely throw my discharge, and that is going to take out the Haunter, who's very glassy. And the last Pokemon is a Jumpluff. I should have gone to the lunge with this one, but I guess I had extra energy. Go battle lag. Didn't even register. It didn't even register. So it's running Infestation, and this is probably gonna be an Aerial Ace. Yeah, Aerial Ace. And I throw out the lunch. One more Volt Switch and I can get to another charge move. Even with the type disadvantage, I guess Galvantula still does a lot of damage because of its base attack stat. And they are gonna be able to throw out an energy ball, but I can tank it, and I am going to be able to get to my player off, and that will be enough to take out the Jumpluff. Good game to you, madam. So this is the semifinals, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, quarterfinals. Yeah, quarterfinals, and I'm up against trainer going by the IGN as Charizard. So let's see how I fare. Since it is already a quarterfinals, we need 4 wins out of 7. So the first one to get the 4 wins against the opponent. So Lunge is going through, and Hypno is going to switch out. The confusion is going to add up, and I already have a debuff. So Body Slam does reduce damage, and Hypno is very tanky. Very tanky indeed. And I just do my best to chip out the Hypno, and I go back to my Azumarill. They'll throw out a Thunder Punch. I think they can double up. Yep, they can double up, so I shield it up because Thunder Punch, although it doesn't have stab, still deals a chunk of damage. So I throw out my player up. This is looking pretty bad for my part. Take out the Hypno, and out comes the Galvantula. I immediately switch back to my Alolan Marowak, and I shield out the Lunge. Do they switch? Yep, they switch just after giving me the debuff. I don't see any play here right now for me. Bone Club going through, but they shield it. Second Bone Club, I should have just farmed even more for a Shadow Ball, but well, that's that. So Rock Slide going through. Oh, it's an Earthquake. Not bad. It's been a while after these battles, so I am gonna try to bubble them down, but the Earthquakes are gonna take me out. So that's a game. And on to the second battle. So Skarmory lead to a Swampert lead. Let's see what happens. So we're both farming up very much. So they get to a Hydrocan first before we get to the Sky Attack. Farm out a bit. Do we get a shield here? No, we don't. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I shield up to preserve my Skarmory because I think I can Air Slash it down. Nope, I was wrong. So I double shield this Karma. I wanted to win the lead. They switch to a Stun Fist. So I switch into my Meganium. Meganium can tank the Earthquake and the Rock Slides, but not for long. And my Meganium, although it is shiny, it's the only one I have that can compete in the Great League. It doesn't have that great PvP IVs, but it is shiny, so you gotta give credit to the shiny. Rock Slide, going through, and then we throw out another Frenzy Plant. You get the last shield. Rock Slide, going through. Bam. I think I send in my Shiftry. Yep, Shiftry. Rock Slide is gonna fall on it. Rock Slide takes out a huge chunk, and I overfarm a bit. Double Leaf Blade. Snarl gives you a lot of energy, allows you to get to those charge moves as quick as you want, as quick as you can. Yep. They switch into their own Skarmory, and that's pretty much a good game. They countered almost every... Well, I did run a double grass type, so that's expected. A few more air slashes and I'm done. So I just throw out my Brave Bird so that the match will be over as quick as it can. Bloop. One more air slash and on to the third. So we're up against Altaria, the lead. They switch into their Azumarill. One thing about Azumarill users is that sometimes we do, because I do too as well, we do forget that Skarmory has a burst attack, which is Brave Bird, and we tend to think that the opponent might be throwing just the Sky attack, and that happens. It gets bursted. So Sableye is gonna enter, and we get to a Sky attack. I'm not even gonna shield if they throw off Foul Play. So we get a shield. We're both even in shields now. But the Sableye is loaded up on energy. But Meganium can tank a Foul Play. And it gets to a double, so I shield here. Let's see what happens next. They switch into Altaria, but we have Galarian Stunfisk in the back. So we just spam out the Rock Slides, and Altaria can answer back to a Galarian Stunfisk. Well, not much, given these circumstances. Sky Attack is going to be resisted due to the Steel typing on Galarian Stunfisk. Sky Attack going through. And I build up to a double because of the remaining shield or the instant swap. And there we go. I throw out the Rock Slide immediately. And I switch into my Meganium for the Frenzy Plant. And I believe I Vine Whip the Sableye down. Yeah. A good game. So on to the fourth match. It's Deoxys, Defense Deoxys against Galvantula. Pretty favorable lead for me, but I just have to shield here because shield the Rock Slides here. So there goes the debuff, and I shield here because Galvantula is pretty glassy. One Rock Slide is able to take it out. So I think I farm down. Now I switch into my own Azumarill. Okay, I'm surprising myself right now. And they switch into their Galarian Stunfisk, and I have no intention of shielding my Azumarill right now. So out goes the Play Rough. Goes the CMP. Sorry about that. We get their first shield. Do we shield you right here? Do we shield right here? No, we don't. One more bubble. Play. Oh, sad. I thought we could get to Parting Gift. So we switch into Vigoroth. might be an earthquake, so I think I shielded. And it is an earthquake, so I shielded that up correctly. So out goes Sableye, and I throw out my switching to go eventually. I throw out a lunch, which is gonna deal super effective damage because of the dark typing on Sableye. But will this foul play be able to take us out? No, but the Shadow Claws will. Have enough for the Bulldoze, and Bulldoze is going through. The Body Slams will be resisted, but Vigoroth can tank a few moves, and I am able to save up to a Body Slam. And I throw out a Body Slam as they switched out into the Deoxys after farming down, and I believe I can kill a Body Slam here. Oh, I got to farm down in the Stun Fist. Throw out the Body Slam for chip damage, takes it out, and one counter, it doesn't even get to come out. And on to the 5th match in our tier. So it's Hypno against the Galarian Stun Fist, and I switch in, and they switch. I switch into Azumarill, and they switch into their own Hypno. Flareoff is going through. They let it go through. I thought they were going for the double, so I think I shielded here. No, I let it go through. Wow. Let's see, move. One bubble got through, so I shielded up because another Thunder Punch will take us out. And I throw out my player up. Do we get their shield here? Yep, we got a shield. And try to bubble it down. Thunder Punch went through, and I think I switch into my own Hypno here and try to farm down. What happens now? Shadow Ball. Nope, just a Thunder Punch, and I farm it down successfully. Whatever is in the bag might be weak to Hypno. Rock Slide. So I throw out my Ice Punch. Switch into my Meganium. We're both down a shield. So is this an Earthquake or a Rock Slide? Either way, I can tank it, but I decided to shield for some reason. Rock Slide going through. I build up to the double so that if they switch or if they decide to shield, I can still get them. They do decide to switch, and there's an Azumarill on the back. That's why I built up to the double Frenzy Plants. This is gonna get a shield, and out goes the next shield. Do I sack swap here? Yeah, there's a Thunder Punch waiting on the Hypno. And remember, Galarian Stun Fist has a slither of HP left, so you can just Vine Whip it down. Confusion it down though. So that ended the game, and that is a good match. So 4 out of 2 against Charizard. 4 out of 6. We won twice, I won 4 times. And now we're on to our semifinals against this trainer. I forgot to read his IGN, but here we go. Pretty favorable lead. Altaria switches into Altaria. Throughout my Sky Attack. The Dragon Breath damage is resisted, but it does build up. And Joker is telling me whether or not we're ready. So I couldn't reply because we're already in the heat of battle. Sky Attack is resisted as well. And throughout another Sky Attack, my own Sky Attack. Do we get a shield? Yep, we get a shield. 1, 2. Do I shield here? Yep, I just mirror the shields. Sky Attack going through. 3, 4, and 5. And I throw out my Sky Attack before Skarmory goes down. Bloop! We get both shields. And they farm us down. So I switch into a Shiftry because it can get to the charge moves faster. compared to Meganium. But I decided to over farm a lot. That was very risky. Leaf Blade is gonna go through, and out comes the Toxicroak. Counter is gonna deal for double damage because of the dark typing on my Shiftry. Leaf Blade gets through. Decided not to switch, but they dumped the Mud Bomb on our Shiftry here. Out comes Meganium to this Toxicroak, but they get to the Sludge Bomb first before Frenzy Bomb, and that is the match. So on to the second match. It's Azumarill against the Altaria. I'm not gonna throw out the charge move immediately because they might switch. Because Azumarill is a pretty solid counter to Altaria, so they're not gonna switch out. So I throw out my player up and they let it go through. I still have residual energy. I try to over farm just to confuse them whether I'm throwing an Ice Beam, Player Up, or a Hydro Pump. So out goes the second Player Up, and we take out the Altaria. In comes the Ferrothorn, but I'm not gonna swap out so I can have switch advantage. And here is a parting gift. It's gonna be resisted, but well, chip damage is chip damage. Switch into my Alolan Marowak, which is a Fire Spin is gonna deal for quad damage times 4 damage. Toxicroak going in, but we already had some energy, and we can throw out our Bone Club here. We get a shield, yes we do. Mud Bomb. I have to shield though, because it is gonna deal super effective damage. Another Bone Club here, and I can just mirror shield, so I'm pretty safe. Yep, I shield it again right here. I'm pretty confident because what I have in the back is the Vigoroth, which can deal super effective damage because of the steel typing on Terraform. So I let the Alolan Marowak go because I don't even have shields anymore. Power Whip is going to be able to take it out and counter damage, building up. Body Slam takes out the Ferrothorn this range. And that is the game. The next, pretty favorable lead. Galarian Stunfisk against my Whiscash. Mud Bomb, gonna deal bonus super effective damage. Rock Slide is resisted, and they switch into their Altaria. I switch into my Skarmory to soak up all that Dragon Breath and Sky Attack damage. Let's go! Okay, so Sky Attack gets the shield. They are very aggressive with the farm down the Dragon Breath and Sky Attacks, but I have to mirror shield so that I can hit the opponent with the shields or take out his Pokemon. I don't think I shield here though. Oh, let it go. So that I go Venture and farm down. 1, 2, and Stunfisk going back. I switch in back to my Whiscash. Mud Bomb is gonna do super effective damage. Do we get a shield? No. And I think I am gonna farm it down. Do I shield here? No, I do not. Because it is just a Rock Slide. Altaria, going back up. I throw out the Mud Bomb just for the chip damage. But it is going to be resisted. And it is going to be blocked. Boom on that. Boom on that. I can't switch into the Venturelon. The switch farm isn't up yet. But at least I still have a shield. And I can farm down some more energy on the Altaria. Toxicroak is pretty glassy, so a discharge will do. And that is a good game. I think this is the fourth game already. Oh, I was short on 2 volt switches. I'm sorry. This area is going to go down to the last discharge. That is a good game. So the next one is a pretty favorable lead, and they switch in to their own Ferrothorn, and I swap out to my Skarmory. This is probably going to be a power whip. It is going to be resisted. 2, 3. Now, what happens here is something that occurs when you don't know what moves your opponent has. So I am gonna eat something very nice and spicy. Thunder going through. Sky attack, sky attack, sky attack. You get a shield? Oh. It does not go through. Eat the thunder there. Power whip. Got resisted. Almost took me out though. And I am able to get to a Brave Bird. This is probably gonna go through because Azumarill users don't really block the first charge attack against them. Unless they are for sure it's gonna be super effective damage like so. So I don't think I shield here because I can tank an Ice Beam. Do they switch? Overfarm a bit, and they do switch. And I throw out a Frenzy Plant. And I switch it to my own Galarian Stunfisk. Do I shield? Yep. Indeed I do. I throw out my own Quick Break. That is going to be enough to take out their Galarian Stunfisk. And do I get to the Rock Slide first? No, they get to a charge move, but this is probably going to be an Ice Beam. Yep. Going to deal neutral damage, and the Rock Slide will be able to take out the Azumarill. Rock Slide goes through, and that is the game. So now we're up against El Robot Dragones, so let's just call him Dragon. So I'm up against Dragon here in the finals of the Joker tournament that I got invited to this tournament. Well, let's just dive right into the battles. So Skarmory against Swampert. I tend to always open up with Skarmory and Shiftry and Meganium. I don't know why, but I keep on doing it. Hydro Cannon going through. Do we see a shield on the Sky attack? Yep, we do. 1, 2, 3, and do I shield here? Yep, I shield. I mirror the shield. Hydro Cannon, and they beat us the CMP. I don't think I shield. Yep, still there of life left. Sky attack going through or not? Yep, it is going through. Shiftry or Meganium. Who do I choose? Choose the Shiftry. And is it a Sludge Wave? It's just a Hydro Cannon, but it is gonna chunk out the HP on our Shiftry. When I think when I saw that our Skarmory go out, I thought, Shiftry is so spammy, but it is so glassy. So they basically have a match here. They just have to shield up the Skarmory. I don't even think they have to shield up the Skarmory. Just make sure that it survives. I got the last shield there, but there's no play here. They can just throw out Sky Attack. That takes me out. And they even throw the Brave Bird. What a flex. On to the second match. It's a race to 4 here. So Azumarill, mirror match. they say that he who throws the first charge move loses. Well, let's see if I do. We both get one extra bubble in, as the other is throwing charge move. So, you throw out their play rough, and I think I retaliate with another play rough. You're not the hide effect. Well, of course. I got one bubble's worth of energy left, so do we get to the play rough first? I don't think we got to the play rough first. I think they let us get to it though. So we take out their Azumarill. Out comes the Flygon. Try to farm me down, and they do. But what do I have in the back? It's Vigoroth. And I thought this was an Earth Power, but we decided to shield, which was a good call. It was just a Dragon Claw, and I do shield here, I think. Do I shield here? Yeah. And it is an Earth Power. Called out the bait correctly. I'm gonna go throw out the Body Slam, but I think this is just a Dragon Claw, so I let it go through. They got one shot and we get a shield there. We get to the Body Slam first, but I over-tapped, and I thought that it would be a waste if all that energy would be nothing. So I shielded up the Vigoroth, and now it's a race to who gets the charge move first. They do get the charge move, but that allows us to farm down the Flygon. Gives a Alolan Marowak extra energy. Who they have in the back? It's an Abomasnow. Shadow Ball is gonna go through, and that is gonna take out the Abomasnow. And on to the next match. It's Abomasnow to the Haunter and into the Wither Ball. We throw out the Wither Ball, and he's gonna be shielded because Haunter is pretty classy. And we're the shield. To win. We shall see. Another Shadow Punch. I let it go through this time, and I throw out my Wither Ball. Do they shield or no? Let it go through. They farm us down with the Deoxys. I thought I could get to another Wither Ball, but I did. So I switch into my Sableye, and the Rock Slide is gonna go through. Tank it. They switch into the Stun Fist, which is good for us because we have an Azumarill in the back. Earthquake is it's a good move, but I'll just go straight for the Hydro Pump here. Get the last shield. Is this gonna be a Rock Slide? Yup, it is gonna be a Rock Slide. They baited me so hard right there. This is gonna be an Earthquake. Yep, takes us out. And tried to farm down a bit more. Foul Play is gonna go through. Almost enough to take out the Defense Deoxys, but at least we can get to the Foul Play once the Stunfisk entered. It's a good thing though that they threw the Psycho Boost. If they threw the Rock Slide, I would be dead for sure. Good game. So next match is pretty favorable on their part. I build up to a Mud Bomb and I switch into my own Skarmory. I think my Skarmory is rank 5 or rank 13 in terms of PvP IVs. Anyway, I thought I was pretty confident here. Pretty confident. But, well, let's just see what happens. Look at the damage, bro. If they got rank 1. Almost took me out. I just threw out my Brave Bird. But do they shield? Nope, they do not. Switch into my Galvantula to farm down. But they are gonna get to a Sky Attack and I have to shield because Galvantula is pretty glassy. Switch into Meganium, which is okay. And now for the lunch. Debuff. I'm gonna let this go through because Frenzy Plant is gonna be resisted. Plus they got the debuff, but it is gonna be a chunk. Throw out another lunch. Get a shield there. 2 and I shield the last one. Do I throw out the lunch here or do I farm down? I just switch in and throw a Mud Bomb. They decide not to shield, and they were running my lineup, my previous lineup, but in hindsight I could have gone for the Blizzard here. They shielded up the Mud Bomb, and that is gonna cost them. They take out my Whiscash and a lunch is ready, which is gonna deal 4 times the damage because Shiftry is a dark type and a grass type, and that is a good game. Skarmory was still there. Man, I'm so tired. Okay, so next battle, it's Hypno against Swampert. I build up to 1.5 under punches, or do I build up to blow? Go battle lag, and I throw out under punch. Please get a shield, please get a shield, please get a shield. Whoop, we got a shield. Throw out another. Thunder punch. Resisted damage, but the confusions are going to be chunking it so bad. Hydropen is going to take out Hypno, and I switch into Meganium to farm down the Swampert, which we do. Skarmory is in the back. Switch into our Azumarill. Are they gonna go for a Sky Attack or a Brave Bird? We shall see. If I were in this situation, I would have gone for the Brave Bird if I had Brave Bird. I tried to bait them out with the Play Rough here since they only have one shield. Okay, Play Rough, and I do get the last shield. Marowak is coming through. I over farm to 100 and throw out my Hydro Pump. Takes out the yellow Marowak, and I just have to get to a Hydro Pump. Still have one shield. Shield it up, throw the Hydro Pump. It's a good game. And that, with that battle, the Joker Geeks tournament was concluded, and I came out as the champion. Shout out to all the players that participated from different parts of the world. I am very honored, Joker Geek, for you to be inviting me. I had so much fun, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.